All we ever hear about is that iPhone 8 edition. Talking about it every other day, there's some new rumor. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah. So today the rumor is that they're having a hard time building the fingerprint reader into the display. No kidding, because, you know, that's never been done before, so likely wouldn't be easy. If it was easy, why wouldn't we be doing it? Either way, I've been doing a lot of thinking recently, and I don't feel like we're all really considering that there are still 3 new iPhones coming out in September. Not just the one. Not just that one premium one that has all the features everyone's raving about. Curved display, OLED, removed home button, wireless charging, B68 water resistance, all that chatter, you've heard it all before. Why does nobody care about the iPhone 7s? Well, I'll tell you why right off the bat. Because it won't look different. It is still reported that there will be 5.5-inch and 4.7-inch iPhones sold from Apple that are going to be unveiled in September with the same starting prices of the iPhone lineup we have right now. What am I expecting on these 7s's? I think it's pretty easy to guess. We're gonna see a massive camera upgrade, especially with the dual camera. The dual camera is still my favorite smartphone camera. The photos and video I can take with it are amazing. However, we all know that telephoto lens is not as powerful. Let's see them match the sensor quality as well as low light performance and add optical image stabilization on that second lens as well. That way we've got 2 cameras on the back that are just as capable. They're equal, and the only difference is one sees closer, one sees further away. It's even rumored that these other iPhones will still sport wireless charging, even though we're not really hearing they're gonna have glass backs. These are anticipated to look very similar to the iPhone 7, so perhaps they'll cheat their way in and use the smart connector on the bottom, which will be partially made of glass or have pins that line up with a little dock charger that will kind of be wireless, but not really. But it will still support those modular backs I keep talking about. The things that Moto Z made that didn't do too well because they're Motorola and will do well with Apple because we have this army of Apple sheep that'll buy up all those battery packs and maybe camera extensions, speakers, whatever you want to slap on the back and add more functionality to your iPhone with. What if we just had a case on the back that just removed your camera bulge? How neat would that be? But you see, on Mac Rumors, we have a whole section about the iPhone 8 that updates, you know, every 2 seconds. They don't even have a section for the 7s. It's like no one cares at all. I understand you all hate bezels. We all hate LCD screens. I don't know why. I'm on the team that says, what is wrong with this design exactly? I would like a thinner camera bulge. I would like IP68 water resistance, sure. Even USB-C, but that's not happening. Aluminum looks so much cleaner in my eyes. I like that with these bezels on the iPhone 7, there is some grip room so that I'm not covering up the display whenever I'm holding the phone. It's still 16:9, which is vastly supported on YouTube and tons of TV shows you want to watch, as well as the recording resolution of the devices you have. You know, when you record a video, that's 16:9. I love my stereo speakers. I love my front-facing fingerprint reader, which is incredibly rare now. Is it really that bad to say that maybe a lot of people aren't gonna be interested in that super premium iPhone that costs more, potentially $1,000? And it's rumored that that's an only 5.8-inch model. This is for phablet lovers only. A lot of people prefer the 4.7-inch iPhone, and a lot of people won't have the fascination with that extra price tag to want to make that bigger switch just because it looks pretty. I'm really proud of Apple for actually covering both fields, and I'm starting to wonder if I'll be interested in the edition enough to want to spend all that money on it just for the fact that it looks good. If we can match a lot of those amazing features that the next iPhones will have in a cheaper package, yes, it has bezels, yes, the back is made of aluminum, but perhaps Apple is thinking we need something that looks good next to the Galaxy S8, of course, something that makes people go, wow, a single sheet of glass, it's so beautiful. But we also have a huge chunk of our fan base that says that's gonna shatter on both sides, that's gonna collect fingerprints on both sides, adapting to that screen resolution is gonna be hard for third parties. Some people don't like curved displays. Some people just want a phone that works. They don't care about how beautiful it looks, and some people do care about that and just don't think glass is the right way to go. So perhaps that 7S Plus can match almost all of the features that next generation iPhone we're all talking about will have in a cheaper price tag. The only sacrifice is that you have a phone that looks like last year. That idea is kind of growing on me. Perhaps I'll try out the edition or the 8 for a little while, but in the end, aesthetics aside, if we can get that in a cheaper package, and if I can keep my aluminum back, I think I'd rather take that route. It's cheaper. We're likely going to experience the same processor chips in both, so the 7S is going to be just as fast as the $1,000 iPhone. The big difference, though, is you have a smaller screen, 5.5 inches, not 5.8. It's powering less, so your battery might be even better, and the GPU inside the phone is not working as hard, so performance might even be better than you think with that 7S. I'm sure there will probably be some exclusives with the iPhone edition, but I just wish we'd give the 7S a little more attention, because it just kind of sickens me that everyone out there doesn't care about a phone that looks the same as last year's, even if it's adding features and improving upon what is already great. So please, before we start diving into another iPhone edition rumor, let's think about how much better the iPhone 7 we already have could be, and consider that that's a cheaper alternative. What are your thoughts on the iPhone 7s? Is a phone with bezels somehow obsolete now? Nobody cares about that? Let me know in the comments below. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.